The big question: why did God not prevent Satan's rebellion, despite his omniscience? This is a deeply complex theological issue that has been debated for centuries. It touches upon several core concepts, such as the nature of God, the existence of evil, free will, and the purpose of creation. Here, I will explore these concepts in greater depth to provide a comprehensive understanding of the various perspectives on this matter. God is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnibenevolent. These attributes suggest that God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-good. The omniscience of God implies that he knows everything that can be known, including the past, present, and future. This raises the question: if God knew that Satan would rebel and bring evil into the world, why did he allow it to happen? One possible explanation is that God's omniscience and omnipotence do not necessarily mean that he would choose to intervene in every situation. Some theologians argue that God allows certain events to unfold, even those that lead to suffering, for reasons that may be beyond human understanding but serve a greater purpose in the divine plan. A central aspect of this debate is the concept of free will. Free will is the ability to make choices that are not predetermined by prior causes or divine intervention. It is often argued that for love and obedience to be meaningful, they must be freely chosen. If God were to prevent Satan's rebellion, it would undermine the very essence of free will. Furthermore, moral responsibility is closely tied to free will. If beings are not free to choose between good and evil, they cannot be held morally responsible for their actions. By allowing Satan to exercise his free will, God also allowed for the possibility of moral growth and the genuine choice to follow good or evil paths. Theodicy is the theological study that attempts to reconcile the existence of evil with the notion of a benevolent God. One common theodicy is that evil is a necessary consequence of free will. Without the possibility of choosing evil, the choice to do good would be meaningless. Therefore, the existence of evil is a byproduct of a world where creatures have the freedom to choose. Another perspective within theodicy is that evil serves a purpose in God's creation. It is argued that through experiencing and overcoming evil, beings can develop virtues such as courage, compassion, and resilience. These virtues might not be possible in a world without challenges or the presence of evil. Some belief systems propose the idea of a great controversy or cosmic conflict between good and evil. This narrative suggests that God allows the rebellion of Satan and the existence of evil to play out in order to demonstrate the consequences of rebellion and the superiority of God's ways. It is a cosmic demonstration that allows all created beings to see the results of turning away from God's will. Another line of thought is that the ways of God are inscrutable to humans. The divine plan, including the allowance of evil and rebellion, may be part of a complex tapestry that humans cannot fully comprehend. This view emphasizes faith in God's ultimate wisdom and justice, trusting that all things work together for a greater good that may not be immediately apparent. The question of why God did not stop Satan's rebellion is multifaceted and has no single answer. It involves balancing the attributes of God with the concepts of free will, moral responsibility, the purpose of evil, and the limits of human understanding. Each theological perspective offers a different lens through which to view this profound mystery. While some emphasize the importance of free will and moral growth, others focus on the inscrutability of divine wisdom or the educational value of witnessing the consequences of evil. Ultimately, the discussion of these matters often leads to more questions than answers, reflecting the depth and complexity of the theological inquiry into the nature of God, the purpose of creation, and the role of evil in the world. It is a topic that continues to inspire reflection, debate, and a search for understanding within various religious and philosophical traditions.